Welcome to Had6 channel. In this video, we will look into ill will. 16 nouns with similar meanings will be reviewed in example sentences. Let's get started. Number 1. Malice, which means the desire to harm someone. Malice. For example, the malice of evil men who hated his good qualities. Number 2. Animosity, which means strong hostility. Animosity. For example, there was considerable animosity between him and his brother. Number 3. Bitterness, which means sharpness of taste. Bitterness. For example, there was irreconcilable bitterness between strikers and strike breakers. Number 4. Resentment, which means bitter indignation at having been treated unfairly. Resentment. For example, the proposal aroused deep resentment among many party members. Number 5. Antagonism, which means active hostility or opposition. Antagonism. For example, the overt antagonism between her and Susan. Number 6. Venom, which means extreme malice and bitterness shown in someone's attitudes, speech, or actions. Venom. For example, the venom in his voice was shocking. Number 7. Acrimony, which means bitterness or ill feeling. Acrimony. For example, the AGM dissolved into acrimony. Number 8. Antipathy, which means a deep-seated feeling of aversion. Antipathy. For example, his fundamental antipathy to capitalism. Number 9. Enmity, which means a state or feeling of active opposition or hostility. Enmity. For example, a world free from enmity between nations and races. Number 10. Hatred, which means intense dislike. Hatred. For example, full of hatred and bitterness. Number 11. Hostility, which means hostile behavior. Hostility. For example, there is a great amount of hostility to the present regime. Number 12. Hate, which means intense dislike. Hate. For example, feelings of hate and revenge. Number 13. Poison. Which means something that has a destructive or corrupting influence. Poison. For example, Marianne would waste no time in spreading her poison. Number 14. Malevolence. Which means the state or condition of being malevolent. Malevolence. For example, there was a sinister atmosphere, a feeling of oppressive malevolence. Number 15. Rancor. Which means bitterness or resentfulness, especially when long-standing. Rancor. For example, he spoke without rancor. Number 16. Spite. Which means a desire to hurt, annoy, or offend someone. Spite. For example, he'd think I was saying it out of spite. If you have better examples in mind, please share them in the comment section below. It is now the time to hit the subscribe button.